Lovelies, here are some skincare must-haves as the weather gets warmer, and these are what I actually have been using for 9 months to a year every single day. Most days that I go out. Because I don't go out all the time. I work from home. So first things first is I just want to make sure that you layer. It's important to layer because the dermatologist recommended amount for SPF is 30. However, people do not layer it enough. Like, they don't put on a thick enough amount for them to say, oh, this is safe from the UV barrier. But also dermatologists, you have to remember, are kind of hyper aware of a lot of skin things, so you have to take a lot of things with a grain of salt and see what works for you. And this is what works for me. But also I'm going to ask for you for some recommendations because I'm going to get into it too. I cannot speak today because I have so many thoughts in my head and I'm trying to go 100 miles per hour. But I have some recommendations that I would like to know from you too in the comments below, and give this a like so more people can find it, because melanoma, thousands of people die from it every single year. Skin cancer is a real issue, so skincare is healthcare. First things first is Neutrogena Age Shield Face Lotion, broad spectrum SPF 70. I think it's really important to just have like a really crazy SPF number, so like 50 and up. Because I was at the beaches in southern France, and that's the first time where I saw like 90 to 100 SPF, and in Africa too. And I think it's just important. This is my adventure skincare, so I'll have like a little pack or like a little crossbody, and I'll have this inside, and I'll reapply it all throughout my adventure. Once I have like an actual timer on my phone, or if I have a stopwatch with me or something, like some kind of clock. I will set a timer for every 30 minutes to apply it. I'm not kidding you. I have done this. I have forced my friends to do this, and they have thanked me. I'm like the kind of person that you just rely on for being prepared when it comes to skincare, because buying makeup and finding your exact tone is really expensive. It's time costly. It's money costly. Think of all the just money and time you spend on looking for the right shade for you. I just saw this really cute, lovely bird. And I live here in Los Angeles, by the way, so I go through a lot of sunscreen just in general. And we're going to go through also different types of sunscreen because I actually use these things and I am religious about sunscreen. Also because it's cheaper to prevent something versus deal with the damage that's already done. So I mean, this could be with skin cancer, this could be with having to get Botox later or fillers because your face is falling apart, or just peels and facials. It's important to know that it's just harder to get rid of damage than it is to prevent it. So sunscreen up. So this is my adventure sunscreen that I use for my face. I will let you know that I actually ran out of my body sunscreen because I have been using it so much, but I have a spray one and it's somewhere around here because I was on a trip and my office is a mess. So I will come back and do another one of these with body sunscreens because I collect them religiously, and the ones that I live by, and also even more than body sunscreens because there's just so much that goes into SPF that people don't realize, and I think it's really important. And the next is NARS Smooth and Protect Primer SPF 50. So this is what I put on after my serum, after my moisturizer. I put this. Sometimes I go makeup free and I'll just wear this. And but this is what I will like really layer for a glam look, especially if I'm eating outside in the afternoon for like a late lunch or early dinner at a beautiful restaurant here in Los Angeles, or just like a bistro. So this is also like when I'm going on a day date or adventure through Los Angeles, if I'm just like going for a walk outside and like an outdoor strip or just a beautiful street that is known for people to window shop. So I will put this on before I put makeup, and this is like for an exceptionally glam look. It's a matte primer, so I just want to let you know this will make you very matte. It feels really smooth, and I really like that. It's like this suede smooth like feel, where a lot of primers are typically sticky and just like you feel like they're supposed to be sticky. But this is really, I love the texture to this. It's like thick, luxurious, and smooth. But the only thing is it has, I think, a lot of zinc in it because that's like what makes you white and that's what protects you from the sun. So I know a lot of people are just like, that's not good. But there's like a lot of things that really need to protect you from the sun, and a lot of people say these are endocrinal disruptors, but I think they need more research to do for that. Like I think they need a lifetime of research and multiple lifetimes, because there are a lot of things that haven't been tested with a lot of these like different just skin and dermatology and just biological test with a lot of these chemicals, and when they say cruelty free, it's a misnomer. So it's things have been tested a long time ago, and they'll say, oh, this is not cruelty free. It's like, no, they're just not using a new formula that has to be tested that's new. They're using old things that have been tested and that have been cruelty free, but by the transitive property, you're not allowed to certify them by saying they are by blah blah blah. There's certain laws around it, especially in the US. It's very difficult and different. So it just depends. So I'm not going to get into that into this video, but here's a travel one I really love. So it's Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen in SPF 40. I love this one because I was going horseback riding in Texas, and I used this on my birthday trip, and it was just really hot outside. It was like 80 something degrees, and give me a sec. I put this on my husband before we went out on his face, and it worked beautifully. Like, I tanned a little bit because I was just in the sun for a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be, but it's good to have this in your purse if you don't want to carry around this giant thing. I really don't care. This is like for my morning routine because this is like a primer too, because it is kind of, it feels like this, like it feels like the luxurious matteness to this. Like, it feels thick, it feels luxurious, it feels almost moisturizing, almost, and it feels like a really non-sticky Vaseline. That's like the only way I can describe it, like the really nice petroleum jelly feel, but it's not sticky, it doesn't stick to anything, and it doesn't feel goopy. It's really, really like worth the money. I'm gonna get the bigger version of this and more smaller versions to carry with me so I can travel, because this is genius. It's beautiful, it works, it's water and sweat resistant for 40 minutes, it says. So I am a huge fan of this. I'm going to be looking into this brand some more, and I know they have the tinted one, which I was really looking at because I love tinted moisturizers, because I'm all for efficiency and things that are effective, that do more things than one as it is, so I can have less products to carry around and travel with, like CC creams, SPF with tint, or any type of like foundation or pigment in it. So this is definitely like, I am going to go back and just like all the things in their brand, I'm just gonna like put it in my Sephora bag, Sephora cart. Next is another thing to layer is this Ilia translucent powder SPF 20 in Magic Sand. So this is the light version, and then they have a darker shade. And then they have, I think, a setting powder that is also SPF, but it's like translucent. There is no color, so it just depends on your preference. But they also have a regular translucent setting powder that is no SPF. So this one, and they also have one that's like a brush. So this company also has, Supergoop obviously has a bunch of like sunscreens that are setting powder, that it's brush. I don't like the brush one because it's like all the product gets packed in there and you have to open it. It's just stressful. I rather have a loose one, or one that is packed, that you can like packed in a compact, and you can just use a brush and use it as you go. But I think this is like messy, and you have to contain it, and there's like a lot going on, and you lose a lot of product. And I'm trying to find an alternative to this that isn't a brush that's already packed, that's just like a setting press powder that has SPF in it, but I haven't really seen one. So this is really good just to layer on top of your makeup when you're finishing, whether it's a CC cream, a foundation, a concealer. I think it's important to have, this is like really has made my skin like look younger, and like just flawless and blurred, like a blurred finish. That's the only way I can describe it. Like, it's just really like makes your pores invisible, and I really love it. I've never really used a setting powder that was this good. So it does all the things. It makes my skin look perfect, like I have a filter, like no kidding. And then it also has a little bit of SPF, which is always good. Don't rely on your foundation or your CC cream to have SPF. Actually apply true SPF and then layer wisely. I think it's also just important to note your lips need SPF, and I'm gonna do a whole video on that too. And I think I'm gonna combine that with the body sunscreen video, because I read and I heard multiple occasions that your lips are really thin skin, and they don't have this one chemical that your regular skin does. It starts with an S and it's like 3 syllables. I forgot what it's called. You can Google it. I tried looking it up, but I'll look it up again, and I'll add it into the notes if I find it. So if you're a dermatologist or a skin expert, please leave your sense of what it's called or whatever information you have in the comments also, and share this, please. Give this a like. So it's really important to layer, especially your SPF on your lips, because I think your lips is one of the things that gives away your age, first and foremost. If you're not going to get filler, take care of your lips. because even if you do get filler, like just take care of your lips in general, because you do not want your lips like being all crumply and just falling. Yeah, it's good to age, it's good to be natural, but just prevent the things you can prevent and that you do have some control over. So your lip balm should probably have some SPF, and I'm trying to be better about that and trying to layer wisely. So when you layer, you have to put a really good thick amount, and that's like the important thing when it comes to SPF, because people don't put enough or don't put it often enough. And I'm also gonna look into SPF setting sprays, and I'm currently trying a bunch out to see which ones work, and I've heard a lot of people get allergic reactions to them, but I think it's important to have a layer, so I'm testing them out myself. I'm my own guinea pig. I'm using my own money, my own skin. Oh my goodness, my own skin. And then the last one, I got this a while ago, and I love it. It's just a little, like, I don't know if it's worth the price, because I think it was like $80 or $90 for an SPF. That's SPF 50, but it's Eve L'Homme. So this is like a really high-end luxury line. I like their moisturizers and serums. They're really decadent. They're good. They're, I think if you can like also get Believe moisturizer in place of their moisturizer. There's a lot of good moisturizers that are like $40, $50, $45 in that range for what you're getting. But this SPF is a little on the greasy side. So in case you like this brand and you're a diehard, go ahead, go for it, try it. I've tried a lot of their products and it's really luxurious. Like, that's all I will say. But this SPF, it's like a little greasy. I've gotten like a couple pimples from this, just as a heads up. But I also want to let you know I am normal to combination skin. So like, if I don't wash my face or if I don't eat right, if I just don't take care of myself properly, I will have dry skin, but I'm typically normal to combination skin. So just normal skin in general, especially when I take care of my skin properly. I don't have a lot of skin issues. My skin isn't oily. My skin isn't dry, as long as I take care of it. But my skin is never oily, like on the oily side, unless I have like a bunch of foundation on. So this is just, if you have a bit drier skin, I think it's better, or normal to combination. So it just depends on you. So that's all I have for this round of SPF and anti-aging skincare and just melanoma prevention. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Give this a share. Subscribe for more inner and outer beauty and outfit ideas. So I will see you in a few days. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.